Well, thank you for taking the time to speak to me.
Of
Um,
course.
are you well? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm fine. Right now, I'm at the training center that we actually host. So, but it's completely locked down here. So I'm all alone in the reception.
Well, you're safe at least. Um, so, I mean, I'll just launch straight into my questions. And obviously, it's such an exciting moment that you're back at Melodi Grand Prix for the third time. Um, what is it
I
about
know.
MGP that appeals to you as an artist?
MGP is such a great platform to just show who you are as an artist to everyone. And first of all, because there is a lot of people in the audience, like all over in Scandinavia. And then you have this other thing that is you have the staging. You can choose how you want the show to be, right? So you can just show yourself fully as an artist. And that's what I love.
Yeah, fantastic. Um,
Yeah.
Obviously, you've been performing from like a real young age. And
Yeah.
have you found, as you have, performed more and more over the years, that you nerves aren't as much as a thing, or do you still get quite nervous before a performance?
I always get a bit nervous before the performance, like every time I have a concert or like just a stage performance, if it's a small thing or a big thing. But I think that's because it means so much to me. I want to show people uh how good I am, that I really work hard for it.
Yeah, and I think that shows in your performance. You're not just coming out with a mic and singing. You're bringing the choreo. You're doing everything you possibly can to put on a great show. So it does
Yeah,
it
that's true. That's a lot
translates.
of work.
And obviously now this being your third time, does it feel like you know what to expect, or does each year feel kind of new and exciting?
It's like you never know what to expect. Like in that way, you don't know if the people are gonna like you this year, or yeah, things like that. But of course, I know how the system works now, and I'm more. I know with myself what I want and what I want to tell the people, that kind of message, and the choreography, the staging, everything. I know now how I can do that myself. So that's, yeah.
And thinking back to last year, obviously you released Wild, you had your single Unspoken. Did you feel the lack of live performances throughout 2020 kind of slightly hampered your creativity, or did you kind of find opportunities to be creative throughout the lockdown and the pandemic?
Oh, okay. Can you ask me that one more time?
Yeah, so obviously you managed to release music last year,
Yeah,
despite the lockdown. Do you feel
yeah,
that lockdown maybe had a negative effect on your creativity?
yeah.
It's a
Of
tough one.
course, of course. It's just it's just it's a weird year we have had now, and it was different to just release music without having any concerts.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Um,
see me now?
I
Yeah,
can see.
yeah, yeah. So it's kind of weird, but it's just like when I released Unspoken, it's a kind of sad song. It's about a relationship long time ago that didn't work. Um, and I think that it was just the perfect timing to just release a song that people could maybe relate to.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think obviously Unspoken did kind of fit the mood of 2020.
Yeah,
And
me too.
now obviously we're in 2021, where there's a vaccine, we're getting back to some sense of normality. And I think the kind of energy and the excitement of Hero really kind of captures that. Um, what would
Thank
you
you.
say was the kind of the main inspiration and the kind of the message behind Hero?
The message behind Hero is to just stand up for yourself. You can do it yourself, whether you're a girl or a boy. But of course, I'm especially talking to the girls out there that are very insecure and maybe feel that they maybe need a man to survive, that kind of way. That's not true. And so that's the kind of message. But I'm very much inspired by the 80s now, the
Yeah.
80s style. And yeah, you hear that all the way, and it's on it's back on track, you know.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
80s like production style and kind of even the sort of outfits, like they are kind of being adapted for sort of 2020s.
yeah.
And it does feel cool. It feels fresh. Am I right in thinking there's a little bit of Flashdance inspiration in the water pool?
Oh, you know, that's a funny thing. Because yeah, everyone says that this is so much Flashdance inspired. And of course it is. When I look back at it, I wasn't born when Flashdance was. So I'm 23 years old. I didn't live on that time, but I was actually, my biggest inspiration is Beyonce. When she was performing at Coachella, I don't know if you've seen that performance. She has like water on the stage, all over the stage. And that was the thing I said to this production. I want water on the stage if I'm going to compete again with Hero. And they were thinking about this for many weeks. And then I was like, I need the water on the stage, but the stage is like a big computer, so it doesn't work with water on the stage. But they had one option, and it was water from the roof outside the stage. So they built a platform. So I had to walk through the stage and all over to the platform, where I just sit on this chair and dancing, and you know,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's how it came up, actually.
It does. It just immediately makes it so memorable. I mean, is that not freezing, the water?
I can choose if I want cold or hot water. I have
Okay.
something in between. You
Okay. So
need a little touch of the cold water to get this energy going, you know?
yeah. So if you're tired, you go cold.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fall asleep there.
Um, Obviously, Eurovision fans and MGP fans will know who you are and be well aware of your work and your previous releases. But for the audience that are maybe tuning in for the first time, how would you describe yourself as an artist?
Oh, me as an artist, like on the stage, I want to show people that I have confidence and energy and happiness, because that's what I want the people, that's what I want to give to the people. I want them to feel the same.
Yeah.
I know myself, when I see a confident woman on the stage, I get like, oh my God, yeah, I can also be that too, you know?
Yeah. And
So that's me on the stage.
yeah, and it's a nice thing for people to see, especially like a young woman that is confident and just enjoying herself and having a great time. I think
And we need that. It's important.
yeah, absolutely, and that does translate. Do you think that Hero could potentially be the start of maybe like an album or an EP for Rayleigh?
Oh, yeah, one day, maybe next year.
Yeah. I think the fans would want that. Yeah.
You think so?
I'm just being greedy. It's nice to have like 10 tracks, isn't it, to enjoy? But I'd imagine it's hard work for an artist to come up with 10 fresh songs for an audience or so. Yeah, something to work on, I guess. Obviously, we've kind of spoken about the staging, and you mentioned that you really wanted the water. Do you have much control over all the other things, or like kind of outfit choices and lighting, or is there a team that deals with that?
We are a big team on this performance. But I have always like the last words in everything, because I know how I want it, right? So I have a lot of meetings with the people who is doing the lights, who is doing the water and the staging and the choreographer and everything. We are a big and great team, really, really good team. We work good together and understand each other. So
Yeah,
many people on this, like only on the water, there are 6 men working on it. It's about timing on everything.
yeah. And is it same team from Wild from last year?
Everyone is the same. Yeah.
So I
We
guess it
added
does feel
some more
family.
people. Yeah. Yeah. One
It's
big
like
family
everyone.
here. That's true.
So obviously we have, is it 10 days now till the finale? How do you feel about that? Like what's your kind of routine like? Are you going to be rehearsing every day?
I am rehearsing a lot, yeah, at my vocal as well, because there are a lot of things going on. It's a hard song to sing. It goes very low in the verses, and then on the chorus, it's so high notes. And then you have the dancing and the water, of course. There's a lot going on, so I'm practicing on everything here.
And how are you feeling? Are you excited? Are you nervous?
I'm very excited, and I'm also working on something else. I can't tell you specific, but I got one surprise.
Okay, and we'll see that at the grand final.
We'll see in the final.
Yeah, okay, I'm excited. The last question for you is kind of thinking more about Eurovision kind of generally, and you're just wondering, like, do you have any all-time favorite acts, like Eurovision
Oh,
acts?
favorite. Mm, of course I love Alexander Rybak, Fairy Tale. That's one favorite. Um, and also he from Norway, so I have to support that. But I also loved oh, I've told this in every interviews. It was this song, Rise Like a Phoenix.
Yeah, Conchita.
That was just amazing. I never forget.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Well, I can also pass on. I spoke to Kino yesterday, and
You
they
did.
mentioned you as one of the highlights from the year, so the MGP year. So that's a nice thing to know.
Wow. Oh my God. I didn't know. I know Alexandra, but we don't talk about that.
You're enemies at
But
the
she's
moment.
so good. Yeah, but they are so good. Of
Yeah,
course. They
it's a
are on
very
the
good
top
year.
here. Yeah, that's very hard competitors.
But you know what? The great thing is there's so much variety, so many different songs, so many different artists. That
Yeah.
there's really something for everyone. It's a really nice year for MGP.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a tough year now. It's so many good performances now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wish you the best of luck. I'm so excited to see
Thank you.
how the performance comes in the finale. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. And yeah, I appreciate you taking the time out of your rehearsals to come and say hi and to talk to me.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm
Not
happy
at
for
all.
that. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. I will speak to you later. Bye bye.
Yeah, speak to you later.
Bye.
Bye.